Hi, Mike. Hi, Svetlana. Thank you for being here. My name is Ivonne Pavaan. I'm the co founder and general manager of Host Relocation. Host Relocation, as the name implies, we help all the foreigners that want to live in Mexico with all the global process to move here easier and faster. So, in this video, we're gonna interview Mike and Svetlana. They are husband and wife, and they're gonna tell the journey that they made just to be able to live here in Mexico together. So, thank you for being here, Mike, Svetlana. Can you please introduce yourself, your name, your nationality, and where do you live now in Mexico?
Hola, Privet. Hello. So my name is Mike Kapari. Svetlana is my wife. I am an American citizen, and we are living in Querétaro, actually El Refugio, currently. So that's who
Thank
I
you,
am.
Svetlana. Please.
Ола, hello, привет. Меня зовут Светлана, я из России, я русская. Нахожусь сейчас в городе Киратора. Уже 10 дней, чему очень рада.
Thank you. Can you please tell the audience why did you decided to get the Mexican residency?
With with Svetlana having Russian passport and working on us being together as a couple, getting a U.S. visa is very difficult. And I have friends that live in Mexico, and they introduced me to that area. So I decided that it would be best to get residency in Mexico. So I reached out to Ivonne and Host Relocation. Ivonne explained the process to me, and I was able to get temporary residency for 12 months in Mexico with financial solvency. Querétaro is a beautiful area. The people are very warm and friendly. From an economic standpoint, it's the cost of living is very reasonable. The climate is wonderful, and it's a place that we can live together in peace and harmony and enjoy our lives together.
Great. Thank you. Svetlana, please.
Да, мы столкнулись с января месяца с огромными трудностями, чтобы встречаться во время ожидания нашей семейной визы в США, поэтому искали пути, и у Майка есть друг Рик, который резидент Мексики, он ему подсказал этот путь, а он посетил своего друга в Мексике, который удачно организовал ему встречу с Ивон, и нам благополучно помогли с этим, чтобы получить место жительства здесь. Ну, вот для того, чтобы мы могли беспрепятственно встречаться, потому что я столкнулась с огромными трудностями путешествия с русским паспортом. Некоторые авиакомпании откровенно отказывались сажать русских. Поэтому мы искали пути, как нам быть ближе, как нам организовывать дальнейшие встречи. И Мексика нам предоставила любезно такую возможность, чему мы очень-очень рады.
Thank you. So, can you please explain the journey that you and Svetlana went through just to be able to step into Mexico, please?
Absolutely. So I'll try to keep this as brief as I can because it was a pretty complicated situation. So basically, I contacted Ivonne at Host Relocation, and she explained the process of getting residency in Mexico, which the first part of the process is to contact an embassy here in the United States, which I did, went for an interview, brought my paperwork to prove my economic solvency. They granted me a visa in my passport, and then I had, I think it was 6 months to complete the process, which means physically traveling to Mexico, going in front of immigration, going through that process, paying a nominal fee. And after a few hours of an interview and photographs and fingerprints and those things, was able to get my residency card. So now I have full residency for 12 months in Mexico. And then after the first 12 months, I can reapply to have it extended for an additional 3 years. And with Svetlana being a Russian citizen, unfortunately, because of the things that are going on in this world, it makes it very difficult for her to travel. So we decided that with my residency in Mexico, she could get residency based on mine through a family residency. So Ivonne, as you advised us, she made an appointment at the Mexican consulate in Moscow, traveled there and went in for an interview. All the paperwork had done previously by you and your company. So all of the documents had already been loaded into the system through immigration. So when Svetlana went there, they already had her in the computer. She interviewed. She came back later that day, and they granted her a visa in her passport, not just a visitor's visa that you would typically get online. This is a family visa that's attached to my residency, and it's in her passport. And through that, there are difficulties at times with traveling from Russia to Mexico. With having that visa, that was kind of the key that we needed to be able to have Svetlana travel from Russia. And again, it's not the Russian government. It's unfortunately because of the things that are going on in this world. They're making it kind of difficult for Russian citizens. But with this visa, she was able to travel. We found an air route to travel and come in through Mexico City. And then when we went through passport control, presented my residency card, her visa, and with my residency, her visa, there was a few questions, and then we came through passport control through Mexico City, and then on to Querétaro, where we met you, and then you took Svetlana and I to immigration there, and she went through the same process I went through back in May. And one of the happiest days of my life was last Thursday when she was handed her residency card. So now we both have residency in Mexico. Absolutely. It's been a huge weight lifted off our shoulders, and now we can be together and enjoy our married life together with the wonderful people in Mexico. So it's been a little bit of a journey, but I will tell you, it's been worth every minute.
And you, Svetlana, can you please explain the process in Russian, please?
Да, я хочу напомнить, что у России и Мексики есть соглашение о безвизовом въезде, достаточно только электронного разрешения, и можно въехать в Мексику на 90 дней, но это сейчас не работает. Вот в такие трудные времена мы живем, что мы прошли очень сложный, витиеватый путь. В этом очень хорошо помогала Ивонне. Она нас консультировала буквально на каждом этапе. После того, как мой муж получил резидентство в Мексике, мы тут же подали документы в Мексике на получение разрешения, чтобы посетить в Москве визовый центр, и чтобы мои документы рассмотрели на визу семейную в Москве. Так как я не проживаю в Москве, а жила в городе Краснодар, поэтому мне пришлось приехать в Москву на собеседование. Ивонне прислала мне письмо, где она подробно готовила меня к собеседованию, что внушило в меня уверенность, что все пройдет хорошо, что мы все сделали, все документы собрали, и мне только остается посетить и познакомиться с консулом, который даст мне эту визу. И, в общем-то, я с большой уверенностью ехала в Москву. В первый же день посещения Москвы я посетила посольство. Со мной очень мило побеседовали сотрудники. Вот. Я всегда держала в памяти рекомендации Ивонne, как отвечать на вопросы, если которые возникнут у консула. И, в общем-то, все прошло гладко. После чего я получила визу. Мне там сказали, что в течение 30 дней по приезду в Мексику я должна оформить визу резидента, временного резидента. В этом тоже Ивонne нас сопровождала. Конечно, перелет – это определенный путь проделать с одного континента на другой, причем некоторые компании все-таки имеют к российским паспортам предвзятое отношение. Мы долго выбирали компанию, которой мы сможем сделать перелет, и у нас такой трансконтинентальный перелет получился. Я летела сначала из Москвы в Африку, из Африки я летела в Южную Америку, в Бразилию. Из Бразилии я летела в Северную Америку, в Мехико. В общем, вот такой путь мы проделали. Но я была уверена, потому что у меня в паспорте была виза семейная, и все прошло хорошо.
Thank you very much. So basically, the Mexican visa just facilitate the way she can travel to Mexico because, as you said, all the world it's kind of crazy now. So the Mexican visa give her the opportunity to just go to that journey that you already explained through all the countries and then just finally arrive here. So now, well, you already mentioned something, Mike. How do you feel about being here, just be freely together? How do you feel? How is your feeling now of being here in Mexico?
Of joy and relief. um, Mexico is a wonderful country. The people are very welcoming. The people are happy. Overall, I mean, I've learned so much about Mexico just in the last 6 or 8 months that I didn't realize. Mexico is a beautiful country. Economically, it's very advantageous, especially if if you're coming from America, and it's economically pleasing. The dollar goes a long way in Mexico. But overall, it's a beautiful place. I mean, and the city itself, I mean, the history there, I mean, we were downtown having lunch last week, the three of us, and the food, the atmosphere, the downtown area is very historic. I think it's 500 years old.
Yes.
Beautiful churches, Spanish colonial buildings, just absolutely gorgeous. And then on the modern side, beautiful malls, beautiful shopping centers, excellent restaurants. In El Refugio, which we're very familiar with now, there's a wonderful mall there with great restaurants. It's easy to get around if you don't own a car. There are places that you can walk to. Uber does a great job. So overall, I'm very happy with it.
Thank you very much. And thank you for your kind words about the Mexican people and the Mexican, environment and feeling. Thank you very much. So now, Svetlana, how do you feel being with Mike and just feel free here and peaceful together? How do you feel of being in Mexico?
Во-первых, это очень прекрасное географическое положение. Это сильно развитый экономический город. Здесь очень красиво, много мест исторических, колониальный стиль, благоприятный климат, очень приветливые люди, доброжелательные. Всем, с кем я сталкивалась в своих каких-то повседневных путешествиях, всегда все мне помогали, всегда все улыбаются, доброжелательные. И, в общем, прекрасная здесь экология, динамично развивающийся экономический город. Здесь хорошо вести бизнес. Здесь красиво. Здесь ухоженные чистые улицы. и очень развитая инфраструктура города, где районы, которые новые строятся, много красивого жилья. Это привлекает и дает желание жить здесь, работать здесь и делать для этого города что-то хорошее в ответ.
Thank you very much. So now I need to ask, what do you think about host relocation service?
Well, as you and I were talking last week, first of all, as I've gotten to know you personally, and I've also met some of your team members, I view you as not only a business associate but also as a friend now. Host Relocation and you, Ivonne, have done a great job. I mean, I can tell you right now, we would have had a very difficult time trying to put this whole process together without your help. You made this seamless. I mean, there were things that, excuse me, that I needed to do. I had to go to the embassy on my own, set up my interview, go through the interview. But again, you prepare for those things. You prepared me very well on what to expect. You prepared me with what documents I were going to need to present. I was able to go online to the Mexican government website and learn some things there. But you guided me through the process. And then once I got my visa in my passport, you then took it from there, of all the documents, met with me when I came down in May. I mean, you traveled to my hotel. We sat down one afternoon. You coached me on what to expect the following day when we went to immigration. Excuse me. And you were there with me during the whole process. You were able to coach me and let me know what to expect and, frankly, how to get through the process seamlessly with the least amount of effort or problems. And overall, we really didn't have any problems. I mean, it takes some time, and you have to be patient, and you have to be organized. But I will tell you, and I've written, a couple reviews on Host Relocation, and I will give you 5 stars plus. The organization does, you and your company and your people do an amazing job. And again, we owe where we're at today, quite frankly, to you and your team. And quite frankly, from an economic standpoint, I think the fees that you charge are very reasonable for the amount of work that you do. I'm very pleased and very thankful.
Thank you, Mike, for your words. So, Svetlana, what do you think about? Well, we met very briefly, but what do you think about my service?
Люди всегда желают жить там, где им кажется будет лучше, растить своих детей, обучать языкам и так далее. Это было всегда и будет всегда. Люди хотят для себя лучшей жизни, и они всегда будут двигаться вперед. Но движение вперед, оно всегда вызывает некоторые вопросы, стрессы, некоторые недопонимания, и лучше воспользоваться услугами профессионалов, которые этим занимаются ежедневно, каждый день, знают тонкости и острые моменты, которые могут коснуться любого, кто решится на переезд, кто собирает документы, кто готовится на интервью. И я с уверенностью могу сказать, что эти вопросы следует все-таки доверять профессионалам, и профессионалам, с которыми мы наше дело доверили, мы очень остались довольны и рекомендуем обратиться к Ивонне. И, может быть, некоторые вопросы для вас отпадут и будут выглядеть намного проще с помощью профессионалов. И всем желаю успешного переезда.
So, just to finish all our interesting conversation, I think you already answered, Mike. And I appreciate the words about our service, our company, about myself. So now, Svetlana, what do you like to say to the Russian citizens if they are thinking of moving to Mexico? What tips, comments you might tell to your um, citizens when they are dreaming to move to Mexico?
Я бы пожелала своим гражданам, чтобы они были смелее, увереннее в себе и обращались к людям, которые уже прошли этот путь. И наверняка они найдут помощь в этой стране, найдут сочувствие и участие, потому что переезд – это сложный вопрос. Тем более в такие сложные времена, когда вокруг страны определенные скапливаются какие-то санкции и трудности, то лучше довериться профессионалам, и это пройдет намного спокойнее, я так считаю. И Мексика прекрасная страна. Много шаблонов существует в мире насчет России, насчет Мексики, насчет Америки. Но когда побываешь внутри страны, то эти шаблоны стираются, и много положительного мы видим, приезжая сюда. Здесь прекрасный климат, прекрасные люди. И если вы все-таки решились на переезд, сделайте это, попробуйте с помощью профессионалов. И это будет легкий путь, не такой тяжелый и стрессовый. Я всем желаю удачи.
Thank you very much. So, as you can see, even if the journey can be hard, even if it takes time and takes money also involved, it's possible. You know, at the end of the story, I just want to transmit to the audience that if you dream it, it's possible. We will be here in Mexico to guide you. Our team is Mexican, so we know all the like the government things and the legal things to do the move easier, faster, stress free, especially for you. So, as Mike says, of course, on your end, you need to do some things. Svetlana needed to travel to the train, even to Moscow consulate. So that's also was a journey, and she needed to do it herself. But we are here to guide you, and once you are here, you know that we're friends, that we can connect, and I can help you in anything that you need. Me and my team, we are like a network connection. So don't feel ashamed to ask. We are here to help. So it was really a pleasure to work with you. We will still stay in touch, go for a coffee, go for a walk. You know that. So I really appreciate your time of being here on this interview. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Svetlana. And see you next time. So watch us in our next video. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.